I'm with Brittany Underwood, Langston of One Life to Live. One of my favorites, so I never get to see.
I know.
You know, so there's so much coming up with Langston. First of all, we got to talk about the new man here.
Yes.
The new man, David Gregory.
Yes, David.
He's really cute, huh?
He is. He's very cute. Yes, he is. But he's also such a sweetheart, which just makes it so nice to work with him. And we have a good time together. When he first came on, you know, it's always weird when somebody new comes on because you never know how they're going to be, especially when you're going to be working so close with them. But, I mean, he jumped right in on me and Jason's, like, private jokes and stuff, but not in an intrusive way, in a kind of like, hey, I'm really comfortable.
So we kind of fit in, okay.
Yeah, he fit in really well right away. So he was a sweetheart, and we knew we'd get along.
So we talked about how things changed when that shirtless scene happened in the barn.
Yeah. Little bit.
Little bit.
A little bit.
Little
the
bit.
infamous bucket.
Which you still daydream about.
Yeah, of course.
She keeps daydreaming about this bucket thing.
About it, this bucket and the slow dripping water.
Yeah.
Of course. Of course.
So she's really attracted to this guy and doesn't know what to do about it.
Yeah. It's a difficult decision because, you know, she's really in love with Marco and they've been through so much together. But then, you know, the argument that she is so young and here's this hot guy and, you know, it's a different attraction and it gets her all confused and all kind of like, well, what's going on? Why do I feel this way when I'm in love with this guy? And so it's a big controversy going on with Langston right now. So she's just trying to deal with that.
But a lot of young girls go through that. They
Totally.
have a guy that they've been with from the get-go and then something reawakens some other thing in them with another guy and they don't know what to do about it and they feel like caught.
It's so true. I mean, it's so unfortunate. I know it's happened to me, to my friends. You meet this guy and he's so great, but you're so young and you realize, you know, there's so much out there and what am I going to do because I can't just be with one guy for the rest of my life. So it's like that kind of like choking feeling that you have, but you still love them. So it's just like that little torn like feeling that they have. So I know it's definitely a hard one that a lot of girls go through.
Jason,
Tan.
do you guys get along very well off screen too? Yes. I mean, you've been through so much together, the couple.
Yes, we have. And it's so funny because when me and Jason first had our first love scene, it was so weird because we'd been on-screen dating for 2.5 years, and we'd been such good friends for like 2.5 years, so it was such a comfort level, and we kind of like would just look at each other and just be like, this is okay. Like, we're going to be okay doing this. It wasn't, like, awkward or anything because we had, like, this kind of relationship built anyway, just this really close friendship. We get each other. We have, like, these private jokes, and we have a lot of fun together. So we definitely do have a really good off-screen connection as well.
Is Langston not worried that this guy Ford could be after her money? Is she just blindsided by his good looks? And, I mean, she's not a dumb girl, though.
Yeah, no.
So, you know.
Yeah, I think that she's not a dumb girl, but I think that she feels more of it in a physical way, that it kind of just blankets anything else.
It's happened to the best of us.
Yeah, I mean, that kind of, it's a big distraction, the physical aspect of it. So, yeah, I think that that's not something in her head. She's just, Marco is more in her head, like, kind of like, what are you doing with Marco's over here? Like, what are you doing? So I think that's kind of like her main focus.
Now, she's writing the new musical. There's going to be a High School Musical 2 coming up in May. Now, are you excited about the fact that that is actually going to be happening and you'll be singing again?
Yeah.
Does Langston star herself? Well, Star-Crossed Lovers is the name of the show.
Right.
And Star's not too happy about the subject matter.
I know. Langston totally was
I see problems in the friendship coming.
Yeah, I know. Langston totally was just like, yeah, no, I won't do it about that. But she felt kind of stuck. So, yeah, I'm definitely very excited for it. We had so much fun doing the last one. We met a whole bunch of new dancers, and so I don't know who they're going to bring on if we're going to have a bunch of new dancers again. We had so much fun with rehearsal and got to meet new people, so we had a lot of fun. We kind of all threw it all together, but it turned out great. Yeah, it was 2 weeks did we do it in? Or something like that we did rehearsal time and then taping. So it was all kind of like this big commotion, but it ended up being so much fun that no one really
Now, Kristen just told me that you opted to be roommates in the dressing rooms here when you could have had your own room, your own dressing room in the new digs.
I mean, we would have been in each other's dressing rooms all the time anyway, because before we roomed together at the old studio and we had separate rooms, we'd always just like, okay, let me bring my clothes over to you and I'll get changed in your room. Or, hey, come over and get changed in my.
So why bother to do it
Why
now?
bother? You know, and we would always be there. It just didn't make sense. And I would feel really upset if we didn't. I love Kristen. And we were talking about that in our hair and makeup room, that we would like get in a fight if we weren't living together instead of like if we were, you know, rooming together.
How was working with Robin Strasser? Because I love the relationship, but she looks after Langston Dory, and she's one of her girls now. So
No, and Robin does such a great job of really making me feel that, you know, I kind of belong with the whole Kramer situation, and she looks out for us even behind the scenes. Oh, did you get some water? Did you eat? You know, like, let's order food. Let's all run lines. Like, she's very motherly in such a good, welcoming way that it makes it so great to work with her. And she's so brilliant. She'll come into rehearsal and she'll have all these ideas, and I'm like, oh yeah, I never thought of it that way, you know. And she just makes you think and makes you want to be better and on your stuff. So she's really good to work with.
did you ever go to her at the beginning for any advice or tips of the soap genre or any part of the acting? Because it's a whole different genre unto itself.
It's very weird. I think that I kind of just stayed back and just watched and kind of took it in that way instead of just going and asking. I mean, like, there are some things that I'm like, oh, what is that? And like randomly along the lines that I'll still do because I don't know. But she's definitely someone you could just watch and like learn just from looking at her and watching how she works. So.
Okay, so what should we tell Langston fans coming up in March? There's gonna be hot stuff.
There's gonna be a lot of hot stuff. So definitely stay tuned, and I think you'll like what you see.